live.
And here we go.
Hello, everyone.
Ding-a-ling.
Welcome to our show.
Ring-a-ling.
Our show about another show.
A show inside the show to give you background on the show about the past 5 shows of that show.
Like you mentioned, it's a show about a show.
It's a show about the show.
It's like Walking Dead, Talking Dead.
No,
we're not that
We're not allowed to say
vampires.
that. We're not allowed to say that. Actually,
I'm sure we can, Chris Hardwick.
No. The lawyers.
We're pretty good.
They're very strict about this. We
No,
can't.
I'll just call Chris.
Ever
No, I'm kidding.
Ever since the
I'll just
incident.
text him. I'll just DM him. Like, hey, is it okay? If we...
No. Ever since the incident where, well, you know what happened.
You're being
Well,
very vague.
we had a falling out.
The show is about our show that is D&D related, and we do this every couple of episodes to recap sort of everything that's going on. We call it a recap show, and it's starting now. So let's go ahead and roll that intro. New intro.
The new.
Yeah, we'll talk about the intro.
The new.
Be right back.
And we're back. What a beautiful intro! What a beautiful intro!
I know that new intro by our
What a
done up
beautiful
by
intro.
our lovely artist and
Our-
DM,
Our
Larry
in-house
Bryant.
artist.
Lair dog.
Lair Dog. He's probably watching eventually.
Latry.
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 Lardy, Latry, Lenny.
Welcome.
Larry.
Good old Barry.
Yeah.
Good old Barry.
But yeah.
Barry
Yeah.
Bryant.
It was I think it was a nice little upgrade from our original intro. It's a lot longer and, in my opinion, a lot
More detailed.
more detailed, and it sort of like gives you a little hint of like each character, a little taste of each character.
Yeah, I've got my
Cat's
Nightman
eyes.
cometh cat's eyes.
I've got horse.
You got a horse?
Horse.
Why do you have a
Well, it
I
makes
don't know.
sense. It makes
It's like
sense.
it's not my
Hope-
background.
hope
It's
so,
just the
horse
horse.
girl.
Yeah.
You know, horses are a big thing in your backstory.
And then
stuff.
Ithryl is just a skull, I think.
I think he's
Feathers?
got
Oh, yeah.
feathers.
Yeah.
feathers.
Well, you
Falling
know, it's
feathers.
really about the important characters. You know,
Oh,
these side
yeah.
characters
Yeah.
don't really matter.
He's the edgelord.
Oh yeah,
so-
because the whole fucking recap episode that we're doing right now basically is her whole story arc of her
Well, it actually has.
Oh, yeah.
It barely even has anything.
Minor character.
It barely.
Wow.
I mean, it doesn't have too much to do with her backstory until later on. It was just about. It was just like literally flipping a coin, failing on the flip, and shit.
We'll talk.
Yeah.
And we had to
we'll get
and we
that.
had to
We'll-
dive
we'll-
on
it's
in.
okay. It's okay. We'll get to that.
Don't
in a
touch
second.
my foot like
We'll get to
I'm
that
not
in a
putting my
second.
foot up anymore. Put it up over here.
But yeah, just to bring up the list of episodes that we're going to talk about, we're going to be discussing episodes 30 to 36, which 36 ended up being like a one-shot type of thing. And
the tower.
And
the
Rip
tower.
34.
The tower. Of
Yeah, we'll talk about 34
The,
too.
the tower of 2 levels.
Oof.
Big
Two-story building.
Yeah.
Big oof.
Man, This is like a.
All right.
At what point does a 2-story building become a tower? Does it have to be really thin?
I think thick. It's got to be thick.
It's just really tall ceilings, honestly.
We basically walked into a middle school and left.
Okay. All right. So before we get to that, episode 30, Dinner with a Vampire. Who wants to recap us on what happened before this, and then we can get into it.
I mean, we all kind of know.
Okay, so episode 1 through 30.
Start from the like who you are, like how are you conceived?
What?
Okay,
Fucking-
so Gray came from a very small village. No, so Action Faction, long story short, if you haven't watched any of this, I don't know why you're watching the recap now.
Is
starting at the 6th episode, but
It's a group of individuals.
yeah, a group of individuals had no connection to each other. They woke up in a cave. Basically started adventuring together out of necessity, so they weren't traveling through the wilderness by themselves. Then we made it to Bindle, found out some shit, went to got on a flying boat. Or
I
no,
guess,
we went
I
to,
guess to make it even more simple, we're a party of adventurers, or our characters are a party of adventurers tasked with saving the world.
saving the world from a god that we released
Accidentally.
accidentally.
Level
Allegedly.
7.
Level 7.
Allegedly released.
7.
Yeah, and it's our
Yeah.
Task to save the world. Level 7.
But that is the Action Faction, and currently we I guess in
Well, at the
level-
start of these
third
episodes.
episode 29.
We had to go on a hunt. Well, our start of episode 30, we ended up having to go on a hunt for these very taboo blood diamonds because a party member of ours was pseudo knocked up by an aboleth, and in order to get said demon spawn out of our party member, we needed to collect some blood diamonds for some dark elves. So they give us a jug of his spit, basically, or his bath water. And there was going to be something that the wizard back in the town was going to be able to perform to basically delete us the fetus, as the group joke went on.
So, I do want to intervene in this particular episode because Gray did some badass shit. Nobody ever talks about it. I was like a feline Indiana Jones.
Talking about when
name
wait.
5 badass things you did.
You're talking about when we went.
I swung from a rope.
Whoa.
I ran from some kobolds.
Yeah.
I descended into a cave.
Okay.
Into an even deeper cave.
Okay.
I looked at a mind flayer. And then
Did I look at the mind flare? I couldn't remember.
Then I destroyed an entire city. That we'll get to.
That wasn't in this episode though.
Yeah, but still, I don't know.
It kind of was. Parts of it were.
Dinner with a Vampire.
Yeah,
possibly.
we
Yeah,
met the
yeah,
vampire, and then
possibly.
eventually we went to the cavern. And no, you actually had not crossed. You had just crossed the end of the episode. That's when the kobolds were onto you because you like dropped something, made a noise.
Yeah,
But
pretty much.
I wasn't there.
We
for
find
this.
ourselves in the Underdark, looking for these ingredients or pieces,
ingredients, they're blood diamonds.
things that we need to trade with the Drow who live underground in the Underdark, in order for them to give us an ingredient for the spell that we need to delete as the fetus.
Aboleth bathwater.
Yes.
Anyway, we find the diamonds, we mine them, and then they're not enough. Of course, they never are. And
So then, episode 31.
No. Dinner with the vampire. Don't
Oh,
forget, we climbed down to a cavern, found.
You were too much of
Yeah,
a.
goddamn right, because I saw the badness written all over it from the get-go.
Climbed down into a cavern. It ended up being the
great idea.
the temple of all 4 of like the abominations or whatever the hell that.
The gods locked up.
Pretty much, yeah.
It was
like
the Aboleth, the Kraken.
We fell into the Alcatraz of the fucking
Yeah.
world, pretty much.
It was locked away the Aboleth, an elder red dragon, the kraken,
Yeah.
and
three
3
vampire
vampire lords.
He says vampire lords, but I think he means true vampires.
Yeah, but
And then a
anyways,
bunch of little
Hey man, if he wants them to be lords, they can be lords.
but
They're
the
lords,
Lord.
for sure.
Lord.
when we got down there, the door to where the vampire lords were being held was already open, but there was a force field keeping one of them back. That vampire told us that his 2 brothers had been sprung from prison, and that he refused to go under their I don't know.
Just like they were like basically working for somebody else. He was like, I'm not working for
and he
anybody else.
he refused to do it.
Yeah.
So to get all
Really a bad idea.
to get all this information, other badass thing Gray did. I turned into a hippo.
Very badass.
I let
That's in the top 5 things. of
Ithryl
badass
stab me
Well,
in
I
the
mean,
stomach and
hippopotamus
bleed
is-
out, so the vampire could drink from me.
Oh yeah, because you were just a bag of hit points at that point.
Yeah.
things. Vampire's bitch. That's badass.
Hell yeah. But then from there, I think that's where the episode ended.
We got to a crevice with a shitty rinky-tink bridge that crossed, and
Oh yeah.
the diamonds that we located through I
We're
think
down.
it was like find item or object,
Yeah.
whatever the spell was. We know that they were down like on the face of this cliff basically,
Yes.
and we didn't all want to rush across, so we were making a
So-
plan.
So I went across with a rope. I went to go secure it on the other side, and when I was going tink, tink,
For the pitons.
tink,
That's right, the pitons and the hammer.
yeah, when I was going tink, 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 we start seeing kobolds like being like, "Blah, blah, 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 what the fuck's going on?" And then at that point,
What the fuck's going on?
we
What's
cut-
this?
yeah.
What's all this? What's all this?
But then at that point, went to the next episode. Next episode,
Episode 31. What's the
I-
title of episode 31?
The real big fish.
The
Yes.
Real Big
Oh
Fish.
my
Probably the
gosh.
funniest episode we've had all.
Yeah, spelt the same way you think.
anyways, so that episode starts with me.
Our lawyers hate us.
Yeah. Me very rapidly doing this, and I swear to God, I thought I failed that check, and I thought as soon as I was gonna start descending
You're
into
gonna fall.
the crevice, I was gonna fall and die. But I didn't, and I went down. I mined the
A little bit of blood diamond.
diamonds that we needed. It still wasn't enough.
Still not enough. Need a bucket full.
While the other members of the party were trying to keep the kobolds at bay, I climbed up Indiana Jones style as a fucking dragon was approaching us.
Yeah, I remember
Oh, yeah.
I threw a fireball, killed a bunch of them, but then like there was just a colony of these things. And then finally
As
we
kobolds.
started seeing a freaking dragon wake up because he's mad because his minions can't deal with whatever the distraction is.
I thought that was the end of the episode. Like when we
No,
saw the dragon.
That
this
was
was the
the
next
end.
one because then we ran like scared little
Okay.
children because
Yeah.
dragon.
level set. We're
Yeah.
level 7. Yeah, don't want anything to do with that.
But I think we killed like another knight in that mine after we got away. Then we went outside and encountered what I think were like vampire hunters or some shit. I'm pretty sure we'll come across them again.
Yeah, we had to
It
go.
was a
Yeah,
dragonborn, right?
It was a
yeah,
dragonborn,
it's some
yeah.
chick.
And an elf.
And an
Yeah,
elf.
and we had to keep.
And
We
he kept like staring at us or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
because we had the
But-
same little hut that he had.
But what
Tiny hut nine.
Tiny hut.
tiny hut. But then next day we wake up and then go into a different set of mines, and we come across, I forget exactly what they're called. It was a village of fish people in this
Well-
underground swamp.
Well, yeah. Of course, we ran across. We basically entered into a different tunnel. Went down a whole different exchange. We
Is that
ran.
where we found the dwarf?
We ran into a dwarf.
Yeah.
He was a dick. Nah, he was
He
actually
wasn't.
okay.
He was super
Dig,
nice.
dig,
He was
dig,
just
dig,
kind of
dig.
crazy.
He was okay, and like
Anyone that doesn't offer you their entire inventory on a silver platter is a dick.
yeah,
Yeah,
basically.
fuck, man.
Yeah, we met him.
If they're not
He kind
elbows
of
or dicks.
he was kind of like, yeah, I don't go further down that way. And then we were like, well, we're gonna go further down that way. And then we decided to have the idea to like just locate objects and then dig through the wall instead of looking around like a bunch of idiots. So
And
then
you turned into
a big mole, right?
Oh yeah,
You
I
turned into a
turned
big mole.
into a giant mole, and
not a mole rat.
Oh, not a mole rat.
That was a mole.
I dug through the wall.
I'm imagining
A tiny little naked mole
This
rat.
entire thing.
Oh. But at that point, I broke out into this big chamber. Thank you for reminding me about that.
Yeah.
But
That was
broke
cool.
it.
That wasn't a cool thing.
It was
Yeah,
cool.
it was
Count
cool.
that as a
Yeah,
cool
you're
thing.
It
welcome.
was badass.
Well, considering the exchange that happened after this, yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, okay. So, break into this chamber, and we encounter a village of underground swamp fish people. 5th edition. Great. But
before this, we encountered the mind flayer.
no, that was in the other mine.
No, the mind flare comes after.
Yeah,
After the
the
fish
squishy brain, and then the mind flare. I
Because
think
after
it was
the
like
fish
the
people?
next day.
I think the fish people were after the mind flayer. Because that's where we found the rest
Yeah,
of the
you
blood
might be
diamonds.
right. Because I think could be right because the last bit of blood diamonds that we got were from the fish people. But regardless, yeah, I guess to throw it in there, we did camp in Gabriel's
that was-
tiny hut and a mind flare randomly by himself walking through the Underdark,
Yeah, but before
Walk
that, it was
by.
a brain. There was a brain,
Yeah.
like switching up.
which we
across
still
the
don't
floor.
know what that
And
was
then-
though. Nobody knows what that was. Literally just a brain dragging itself across the ground, and then behind it, like half an hour later or so.
I
was a
think it's
mind
got
flare.
four legs.
Oh,
Sort of like walking.
I
I thought
thought
it was just like
yeah, I thought it was.
like a snail.
Yeah,
But, so,
the brain has butt cheek.
we break into this
back.
underground cavern of fish people. I really want to talk about this. This is my finest role-playing moment
Finest,
of my life.
finest
Um,
You peeked.
yes.
I peaked during this episode. Actually, no, the next episode this is a very gray hope-centric arc. But, what's it called? So, we break into this cavern of fish people, and I'm the only one who speaks Undercommon.
Yep.
So, I had a great idea. Looking like I had the vestments on and walking out all piously. Who was it?
We
It
did some
was
sort of effect where it was like
I think
Well-
you were aided by Gabriel and Ithryl. I think?
Ithryl, yeah. I had them stay behind me and like act like they were following me. And,
Yeah, Yeah.
And I was just
Didn't
like,
you do some kind
probably
of
with
effect
probably
for
with
him?
thaumaturgy.
Oh, yeah,
It's
yeah.
probably
Yeah.
something.
Or minor
And-
illusion.
yeah, and I walked
Really
out.
embellished it.
Yeah, yeah. And I walked out, and my idea was like, we don't want to go sneaking around because they'll instantly be hostile if we just walk up. Maybe they'll kind of believe whatever the fuck I tell them. And so we walk up and they surround us, and they're like, "What are you doing here?" Blah blah blah. And on the spot, I'm just like, I need to purify your. Oh yeah, they had
A big
a
mound.
big rock in the middle of their village
That they worshipped.
that they worship.
That was holding the blood diamond.
Yeah, the blood
Only
diamonds
on
were
like
inside.
one little part of it.
But they were like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "I need to purify your rock."
We convinced them
Who
that
sent you?
we convinced
And
them
then-
that their worshiping stone was tainted with bad evil,
Bad
bad
juju.
juju.
Bad juju.
And so, what's it called? They asked us who sent us, and they were like, did the big fish send you?" And I was like,
Which big fish?
yeah, the big fish sent me, thinking that it was the aboleth, and they're like, which big fish? Which I reply, the real big fish. And then all of them start cheering because I rolled well enough
That
on
was
reception.
so fucking
Yeah.
great. That was great.
So I get them to let me go up on top of the rock.
Oh, before that, I played him some ska that he could skank to.
Yes. I skanked around the rock. And I climbed up onto this rock.
Oh, I thought that
And-
was like your exit music.
No, the
that's-
skank
no.
is a ska
No,
dance.
Well, yeah, the skank was actually
Oh,
after.
I think you were saying like, oh, in order to complete the process, we have to.
Yeah, we have to skank around the circle. Yeah. Ska Kids.
Ska Kids.
Thanks to all three of you who might be watching. All three Ska Kids.
Well, there's one person watching right now. Hello, viewer. Thanks for watching us.
Is it
It's
you?
me. Just keep going.
Hello,
Keep going.
What's it
Keep
called?
going.
So, I mine into the rock, and right before I do, I'm like, hold the pickaxe up for the real big fish.
For the real big fish.
And then
And they all go crazy. I mine in, I get the last of the blood diamonds that we needed, and right before we left, etched Ska came before reggae at the top of the rock, and then teach the fish people how to skank, and then we leave. Upon which I think that was towards the end of the episode, and right after the episode, Larry, our DM, could not stop laughing, and he's like, you just killed all of them, right? I was like, what the fuck do you mean? Like, I was there for the real big fish, and he's like, no, they worship the Kraken, and the Kraken's gonna be pissed that they let you mine their, like, spire or whatever. I was like, oh shit. And that just kind of,
soured that.
well, no, I mean, that kind of was foreshadowing to Gray causing destruction on accident wherever he goes.
On accident.
Reminds me of another cat.
Chaotic neutral, baby.
That one's chaotic neutral.
So that was episode
That was the
33.
That was 32, I think.
A little bit of comic relief
Oh,
before
let
we
me
got
see.
into the really like.
No, that's 31.
dramatic-
That's
was
still
31.
31. Yeah. 32. The sins of our past is when we have finally, we make ourselves. I guess we find ourselves out of the Underdark finally. We get back into Aurora Road and we make the exchange with the Drow.
Mm-hmm.
The blood diamonds, we trade that for the bathwater of the aboleth. And
It's just the
What
water
was
that
it?
he's in.
they said that they wanted to use the blood diamonds for some sort of ritual.
Yeah,
Or
it was-
they didn't specify, right?
I think they
No.
specified with Ithryl, but
yeah, Ithryl told us that they wanted, I believe, the blood diamonds to. I think it was to commune back, or no, it was because all of the drows were male that he interacted with, and he won, or the drow. Basically, go back into it. The aboleth, when he first showed up, or in the Underdark, he convinced the drow to perform this ritual that would give them like the ability to go back onto the surface, but it basically implanted all of the drow women with pseudo-aboleths, like hope. They,
Aboleth semen.
for the most part, they all died, but now the other aboleths or the other drow have the ability to mask themselves and come to the surface, at least in that village, if I'm correct. But yeah, so we made the exchange, got them our water, and went back to the wizard's tower, where Nexidor said that he would started to prepare to perform the
Next
ritual.
door is the wizard who had agreed to help us. He's the wizard sort of like protecting Aurora Road.
yeah.
You're right there.
Oh,
Not
what?
enough hands.
Not enough hands.
And he had originally agreed that if we managed to get the ingredients for it, then
There would be a chance we could save Hope.
there's a chance that we could save Hope from this great danger that she was in. Because essentially,
I had days to live.
not only is the baby aboleth like growing inside of you super quick, but it's also tethered to your life force. So
Yeah,
we
not
couldn't
just physically.
we couldn't just
but
surgically
also
remove it
spiritually.
from your
Yeah.
like uterus. We couldn't just kill you and bring you back because that would
This is D&D guy.
Yeah,
Come
on.
this is D&D.
Come on, man.
Serious.
yeah. Stupid me for thinking.
Stop bringing up human anatomy. She's a tiefling, you dick.
Yeah. Where's her horns in the anatomy thing? You know,
Where do tiefling keep their kids?
So,
in their pouch, they're like marsupials. They're
So,
basically
yeah,
horned
the-
kangaroos.
The ritual that he first had to
We
do
begin
was,
the ritual, yeah.
He had to create
Some nasty ass potion.
the potions that I had to drink to prepare my
Plan
body
B, yeah.
for. Well, a little bit late for that,
Yeah.
but
More like Plan F
just
at this point.
to sort of prepare my body for the coming big ritual.
battle.
And I failed one of them, and then
throw
the
up.
second one I passed. And apparently that failed one also kind of hurt my chances
A little
later
bit, yeah.
on.
And then we go into combat.
And then, so at the end of this whole drinking thing, he creates a doppelganger of me. The same
Yeah.
looks, everything. She's me. So
And
that
I believe it separated the part that's attached to your physical body into the doppelganger, and then the part that was connected to your life force.
It tricked the aboleth into connecting to the doppelganger instead of you, I believe.
Yeah.
Yes.
So basically, Nexidor tells us that we have to split up, and that we will have to. Two of us will have to fight with Hope inside of her psyche, and then the other half are going to have to fight the physical
fight,
pseudo-aboleth.
Yeah.
So I believe it was you and I went into Hope
Into the noggin.
to fight, and then the rest of the party stayed outside to fight, and it was extremely close to a TPK.
Well, see,
Gruesome battle.
there's this thing
CR.
that I don't even know. I just know that aboleths have this, and whatever we fought had the same ability. And that is where, if you are touched by some slimy slime on the body of said aboleth, you turn into a fish boy and you can't breathe oxygen.
Yeah.
And that affected everybody inside the mind,
And outside too, I think.
and then
Yeah.
two people. No,
It got me.
Only
It got
one
you
person.
first.
no, only
Then-
one. Yeah, everybody inside eventually got hit by it, but only one person outside technically got hit by it.
Because once you guys got out, the effects disappeared from you.
Yeah,
No.
yeah, it did.
Yeah.
Because we were just mentally in there. We weren't physically in there. So once we defeated the aboleth, which basically looked like venom wrapped around Hope's heart. That's
it was
for
an
a visual.
ugly
Think of venom wrapped around a heart, a giant heart.
Oh wait,
That's
no,
basically what we
He
fought.
described it as kind of looking like me, which
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
weird.
And we
After
could
you turned into a
giant
gorilla.
ape, giant
yeah.
ape. Yeah.
Which at the time I didn't want to say anything, but you're using that throw shit attack. You were literally pulling chunks out of her fucking
Yeah.
heart, my
I
guy.
was like-
That's-
Whatever.
That's because that's what Larry called for. Just because look, it's an ability by the creature
Now-
in the book.
That's assuming that we're
just there.
literally inside of her. What if we were just in a different plane of existence where her mind
Hey, he
resides
could have
or
told me
her
all.
spirit
He could have
resides.
told me. He could have told me I could have used rock throw by flinging feces at the guy. I don't give a shit.
He could
Just
have
saying,
told me
it's
think of a rock.
It's an ability. It's an ability by the giant ape. I didn't want to touch the aboleth, so I was using its rock throw ability.
But yeah, I'm not giving you shit for it. It was a good call. But
It ended up being okay, I guess.
yeah. So
I mean, I rocked its fucking noggin with that thing
Yeah.
like
yeah,
twice.
we finally defeat both physical and spiritual aboleth.
And Ithryl almost killed the kid.
Oh yeah, I don't even know where that move came from. But
Oh,
yeah,
he
he
got
got
charmed.
charmed somehow, and our rogue, who is a swashbuckler,
Killed me.
started fucking sneak attacking everybody.
Yeah, no, he killed
sneak
me.
attack, sneak attack, sneak attack.
And of course, no holding back.
Oh no.
No
no.
holding back. I mean, look,
He's not supposed to.
be a little meta here. Come on, this
No.
is your party. You're about to teach.
No, but
No.
you don't understand. It doesn't matter what he does. The first time he stabs somebody,
know.
it's a sneak attack.
I know, but there was
Just
another thing
stab,
done too.
done, stab, done.
But
What's
so,
all this then?
but so
He also rolls really high.
yeah. So
He has a broken dice.
we come out of combat and Orys is
Can't breathe oxygen.
and
Fish.
so
He's
Nexidor.
a fish.
yeah, so Nexidor teleports you out into the lake outside of town so you can breathe underwater.
Yeah.
And then we're like, fuck, Hope's dead. Hope's
I was up for a second,
Yeah.
and then he's like, "Oh, she just drops."
Well,
Yeah.
After that roll.
you
Fucking
made a roll, and let's be honest,
There were,
Hope has some dice that just shouldn't exist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They roll low, low, low.
Yeah, so she fails the roll.
She dies.
Erwin was real mad. And then, so what happened?
Live.
I think that was the...
That's the end.
The end of that episode.
That's the end of episode 32.
The sins of our past. Yep.
And then episode 33
Picks right back
picks
up.
right back up. And we're just like, shit. We gotta figure out what's going on.
I'm like, my character has her cradled, and I just used the thaumaturgy thing to try to
Quick thinking thing, yeah.
scream out to try to get them to hear us wherever the fuck they went, because we don't know where Nexidor or...
Because Wizard Boy teleported me outside to a lake so I could breathe. So we had no idea that she had even died.
He's the only one with resurrection
Yeah,
magic.
So
we
perfect.
were basically in the shitter.
Yeah. And you convinced Nexidor once you heard to bring you back in to the tower, where I used...
Yeah, I was pretty much like, what the fuck was that?
And
then I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, it was very close. He definitely could have said it took too much time, but we were right at that, like, it was like 45 seconds of,
Yeah.
you were gone, then she dropped, then I made the noise, you heard it, you made him bamf you back.
Yeah, and then
and then enacted the spell within 15 seconds, because we were like, she's not breathing, she's not doing anything. Boom.
I used my brand new 4th level spell to just give him a water helmet to breathe through.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Pikmin?
Yeah. But
Fishbowl?
yeah, literally. And then from there, Hope comes back.
While I was out, I met with my dad in heaven, I guess.
Haven.
And
Yeah, no, well, we don't know that. That was a you and Larry thing.
She told us, though.
well, yeah, no, I told you guys.
She
that.
told
Oh,
the
you
party.
did?
Yeah, she
Yeah.
told the party that
Gotcha.
when she was out, she was somewhere and she spoke with her father
Yeah.
in like basically like the next life.
Yeah, because he was at my childhood home. And
That's right, I remember.
found him, and he actually told me that my mom is still alive, and I didn't know that. So
And that confirms that he is actually.
yeah,
he is
so,
dead.
and I had never known for sure that they were dead, although I assumed that they were. But now, Hope's
So,
mama's out there somewhere, and that's I
so,
came back.
Oh no! What if she's like a slave? Now we have to rescue her now too.
What if
so-
she's like some queen in some
Yeah.
kingdom. You don't know
I'm
that?
sure we would all have heard about
You
that.
don't know that.
Hey man, I'm a tiefling. I know these things.
but so at this point, I take Orys down to one of the levels in the tower
To
to go lay in a ditch,
Yeah,
basically,
yeah.
and breathe.
Because it was gonna take X amount of time for you
Yeah.
to. Is there a cat behind me?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
And then so
Nervous.
It's our very cat friendly show.
what's it called? At that
Too
point,
friendly.
they take Hope to like go make sure she's okay. Ithryl and the boy and Nexidor go downstairs, and curiosity got to the cat, and Gray, just before anybody else kind of realized or thought what was going on, I had it in the back of my head like, we still agreed to do this job for the aboleth. At this point, also, not to break meta or whatever.
Is this still episode 33?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright,
Oh
cool.
yeah.
Yeah, so, what's it called? Nobody else in the party, Orys has an inkling, but nobody knows for sure that
What the
I
fuck
did
happened,
this.
yeah.
Nobody in general knows that Gray did this.
Except himself.
Yeah, except for me, and I'm starting to feel real guilty about it.
Yeah, but,
But,
Larry timed it up pretty good though, because like it was.
Hey, let me go through
Alright,
it.
alright.
So, anyways, this big ol' horn was in the middle of the 4 spires on the top of the tower. 4 spires represented the 4 abominations that I was talking about that were held in the Underdark, in that little prison thing. So, basically, I severed the tie to the horn from the Aboleth spire, which...
What's all this then?
There's such a thing as too much horn talking to fill up, you know.
Horn talk. But, so, at that point, I think to myself right before I do it, I'm thinking to Ezekiel, the Aboleth, because I know he's in my brain, and I'm like,
Of course he is.
I'm like, all right, once I do this, you gotta give me time to get the fuck out of here. He's like, it was like 8 minutes.
And I think you said like, oh, don't hurt anybody.
I was like, yeah, don't hurt anybody. Please, don't hurt any innocent people.
Didn't hold up
is
to
what
that
I
at
said.
all. Didn't hold up to that at all.
Well, no, I'm pretty sure he knew that there was gonna. We'll keep going.
Come
Yeah, but so I severed the tie from the Aboleth's pillar. All of the pillars start breaking down. Shit starts shaking. There's fucking earthquake. And at this point, I hear Nexador like thaumaturgy. What is going on? And then he's fucking like levitating, eyes glowing, like Super Saiyan, flying around the tower.
And he's got his gargoyles out.
Yeah, the gargoyles come out. Everybody's on high alert. I'm like, shit. I pull out the endless rope that he gave us, and I
bailed on that idea fast.
I tie it and I throw it down the tower, and then I'm like, that's really fucking dumb. I run to the other.
What's the next best thing to do?
I run to the other side of the tower, wild shape into a frog, and then climb down the side of the tower. And then as soon as I drop that wild shape, I guess the 8 minutes were up, and a fissure opened up and the tower starts falling into the earth. I almost fucking died right there, which would have been really ironic. Or not ironic, actually, I probably would have deserved that. But,
and we didn't know where you were.
There was just like water just freaking gushing out of the earth.
Pretty much a sinkhole just appears right
well,
where the tower was.
At least we were smart enough, or we had the 2 cents of common sense to be like, yo, being in this tower is not safe. We've got to go. We got the fuck out of the tower, which ended up being the right call.
Yeah. Y'all got out, and then I remember, what's it called? I wild shaped into Toon, my dog, Gray's dog, and
I might graze.
all tenths of personal ownership. I wild shape into Toon, and I find Iggy, and I just kind of nudge her and like start running off, and then everybody starts following me.
That's the next episode though.
Oh, that is the next episode.
Yeah. For the remaining of this episode, pretty much the city is completely destroyed. Imagine like the movie San Andreas with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Who wants to imagine that movie?
Dwayne, if you ever see
Well,
this,
you don't have to imagine it because you've all seen it.
I would love to get your big buff ass into playing D&D.
Maybe
And you can be a barbarian and make them all smell what the Rock is cooking.
Take off about 20% there, buddy. But pretty much the city is entirely destroyed. All magical defenses are completely gone, and like probably
It's
like
just like-
80% of the population's dead. We managed.
I wouldn't say 80%. There was thousands of people's deads. This is a big ass city though. You gotta remember.
It's a big city, yeah, for sure.
Nothing like Bindle, but still.
Yeah.
And I think it
It was
like some crazy earthquake that just really is what got everybody. Just the ground opening up. And
I mean, the city went down. It happened. Gabriel didn't really give a shit, to be honest. His boo thing was alive. His boo is alive. His boo's not dead. Not having somebody else's.
And I saved their ass.
And not having someone else's baby. Oh yeah, and we can't climb. Both of our characters are not athletic characters at all.
Who knew tieflings weren't that?
We couldn't climb up this wall. Luckily, she just bamped us up.
So I was like, I think I said, like, okay, everybody back up. All you random people so that we can get out.
Yeah, exactly.
Thunderstep.
Yeah.
We got a way out. You guys got to figure it out.
And then,
Back up.
unfortunately,
I couldn't call for help because I didn't want anyone to know the evil that I've done.
yeah, and fortunately / unfortunately, our good guy Cleric just had, he's got to help everybody, so, that's what he did.
I tried to help as many as I could, which ended up not mattering anyway, because what happened
Oh,
next is
yeah, the next episode.
the wizard finds us, and he's like, shit's fucked.
He
Yeah,
brought
wait.
the...
We gotta wait, let's move on to the next episode, because that's where it ended.
That's where it ended?
Yeah, I think,
Is it?
yeah, I think the wish came
After?
the very beginning of the next
No,
episode.
no.
Right?
No, it was a wish, and that's where it ended.
Okay, so it ended on the wish.
Yeah.
I think it ended on the wish. So the wizard comes, he's like, everything's fucked, guys. I don't know if you noticed, but
Basically,
my house is fucked.
he's
One of
like,
the-
your house
like
is
my
fucked.
family's been doing this for thousands of years, and I failed.
Yeah, and so
Put
one
some
of the
respect on his name, alright?
one of the
Gone now.
Exactly.
Well,
one of the head wizards from Centauri came and basically heavily implied that everything was going to be fine and everything was going to be fixed, but Nexador would no longer be the patron wizard of Aura Road, and they
that's on your head.
ask us if there's anything we'd like to say. I say nothing.
Pretty much final goodbyes for Nexador,
Yeah.
Because she takes him...
because
Away.
it's pretty implied
First
that-
off, also though, we've been trying to get to this fucking invisible fucking city, and nobody wants to let us in. And we finally see someone who's got some authority there, and you're like, "Yo, this is what's going on."
They know about us now. They know our name.
But she goes, "I will take it under consideration with my fellow Centurionians," and I'm just over there, just like, "You people are so damn stupid.
From these
It's so
NPCs?
stupid." They all hate us. They all hate us. Everyone.
You want every NPC to be like immediately trusting us.
No, it's not that.
There's two different kinds of NPCs in this. It's either the ones who can help us and won't, and the ones who would like to but can't.
Yeah.
So
We run into a lot of just-
But so at this point, the Centauri wizard takes Nexador back to the tower. There's a massive flash. It basically reverses time. Heavily implied that Nexador used the wish spell to reverse all the destruction and bring everyone back to life
sacrifice himself.
at the expense of his own life.
But he
And
also
he
did. You
is-
think he might have gone to some elven
I don't think so.
afterlife kind of thing? Yeah, he gave himself up. He's not on this plane anymore, but he could be somewhere else. Maybe on another plane.
He wasn't an elf. He was.
I thought he was an elf.
No,
He was
he's
a human.
He was. Oh yeah.
I thought he was elf.
No, he's a human.
What was the name like Nessador? He was human.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, what happened to Bob and like Steve and John, Jim,
Jeff.
and Jeff?
Jeff. But
I'm
yeah,
Smith. My name is Jeff.
Oh, Mitch.
Mitch.
Oh,
Mitch and Jonah.
Jonah and
Yeah.
Mitch. That's coming out.
Anyway, that's where episode 32 ended.
30.
Yeah.
Is that 32 or 33?
Oh,
33.
33.
That was 33. Right?
33.
So 34.
So a little thing about episode 34. It was a great episode, of course.
Lots of technical
It
issues.
was
Lots
on my
of-
birthday.
His birthday episode, the last episode of the 2019 year, and things happened, and
Basically,
we lost the episode. It doesn't exist anywhere.
Basically,
But,
what happened was Gray immediately progressed to level 20, used a wish spell to put the god back, and then the god was like,
No,
"Please-"
it didn't happen. I don't know where you got that from, but that didn't happen.
The god was like, "Please, I want to run free again." And Gray was like, "Alright, this is kind of boring," so I wished everything. I used a second 9th level spell
That's
to
crazy.
put everything back to where it came from.
No,
That's
but,
not what happened.
No, but this was... Freak, what came first?
The chicken.
No. What came first in this episode?
I
Did us fighting the shitty vampires come first?
no.
Or did you going to get Toon and the birds
Yes.
come first?
That's what came.
Oh, so that
That's
was
what came
episode
first.
34, and it
Yeah.
wasn't
We
that
did-
big dramatic one.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay, so that's better because I thought that this one. Was
Yes, because
better.
this episode had something, but this one ended right before we got bum rushed by the vamp kids.
Right.
Okay.
No, it was
starting
actually it was
No, so
it
starting-
wasn't that busy of an episode.
So
'cause it was like-
so starting out. No, I'm saying so starting out in this episode, we explored the town, being like, "Yo, what the fuck just happened?" Everything was in crumbles. There was a big flash, and now everything's back to normal.
Yeah. Oh
People,
yeah.
And people who everyone thought were dead
Are back.
were back.
And it was kind of everybody trying to figure out what the hell happened. And now it's come back to me. What happened was, the rest of the party went to Beckett.
Well,
Iggy.
remember we went to the tower too.
Yeah, the tower was a plain tower. It didn't have all the levels.
No,
nothing.
there was no. It was a magic
tower.
empty tower from a place that was multiple stories, full of libraries and
Yeah.
different
an actual tower.
Yeah, now it's just a stone column.
But
That
so
explains our one shot.
yeah.
The
But
tower's
so-
gone.
So what happened? What had happened was that the party went back to Beckett's house. Iggy, Iggy's older sister, and they went to go rest. And when everybody was laying down,
I think that was the episode. The big dramatic one was the episode that got lost. Are you sure? 34.
34?
no, because 35 is when we made it back to Bendel.
And then 36 was the one shot.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
okay.
so they went back to Beckett's house, and then I urged Iggy to follow me and come with me. I would not tell her why. I took her out to the woods. God, I should have framed that differently. So I took her outside of town, and we're walking. I hear a dog barking and running up to me, and I see my baby boy
I
Tune.
see my boy.
And then we walk a little bit farther, and we see Frack, who, if you guys haven't watched, were our two twin Kenku that we saved like fucking 20 episodes
What if there
ago.
weren't twins? What if it was like mom and son? Or like.
They seemed like brothers.
Maybe.
Or sisters. Or sisters.
Or sisters, who knows?
They were just they were a lot of baggage.
Yeah,
They
I'm
were
not-
big baggage.
I'm not checking.
That
But,
was Talali's
yeah.
children.
Yeah,
They were
just-
Talali's children, and then Talali left them with us.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
what's it called? So I take them, or we find the two Kenku, frickin' Frack, and then Beckett's husband, Domino, yeah.
Dominic.
Yeah, Dominic. I know.
Dominoes.
Yeah.
But we find Dominic, and they're passed out next to a pile of drow bodies. And then as we're about to wake them up, we see strong, muscular vampire boy. And he's like, well, wait.
Is that how he was described?
Strong, muscular boy. But he was like, well, wait, you can't take them. I was going to eat them.
No, he already eat. They were
No.
already eaten.
He
No,
was
not
gonna
the
eat
not
Frick
our
Frack and-
not our.
Oh,
people.
our friend.
Was it that
Yeah.
you just rolled low on the roll? Because didn't you tell me you at least went, hey bitch, I'm the one who fucking got you.
Yes,
out. So
I
fucking back the fuck up.
I did terrible.
You rolled bad.
I rolled terrible
That
on.
never happened.
That never happens. It only I only roll well when it ruins, like, derails the
Everyone's
story.
lives.
Yeah, because I've been like.
But what's it called?
Look here,
So
bub.
yeah, so he
Shoo, shoo.
he tells us that basically we can't take them, and I think that's where episode 35 starts. And I let
No.
Yeah, because it ended with him walking up to us.
That's at the end of 34.
34.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah,
34.
34.
Yeah, 34.
So 34
But you
from-
skipped a lot. We also had a meeting with the mayor who ended
Yeah.
up giving us pretty much a like, yeah, go ahead and.
Oh, I forgot
I
about
also
this
forgot the
bar.
kid's dead.
Oh,
The
no,
kid's
he's
not
The
real.
kid's not dead.
There's
So-
I found a grave for him.
So the dinner is lost.
We forgot about the
Saying.
dinner.
Oh yeah.
Is it
That
dinner?
episode is
No,
lost.
wait, the dinner came
Yes,
out. No,
the dinner was
the
lost.
vamp kids didn't attack us until after we left the dinner.
Right. This is the dinner we're talking about.
What episode are we going up until? What episode was the one shot?
36.
So
35 is
when 34 ends, we're attacked by vampires. So 35 we get back
no.
to.
35 is when we fought the vampires.
We gotta do better notes. Sorry guys, we have to
Yeah.
do better notes.
My computer's been fucked, so I don't.
Actually,
No, 35 is we fought the vampires
And get back
then
to
out-
Bindle.
Yeah, and then
And
we
get back to Bindle.
Yeah,
that's right. Okay,
So
yeah,
this
yeah,
is still
yeah.
34.
Yep, yep.
We have when you deal with the vampire stuff, and then eventually you come back to town. Then we go to dinner with the mayor that night.
That's right. I just had it.
But-
I'm sorry.
Homeboy, continue your story with said blood-sucking dickbag.
yeah. I let the vampire feed on me because I knew Iggy was gonna fucking die.
By the way,
As she does.
she's had some private moments in the story that she's not shared with the group, and we have no idea what the fuck that
That's
is.
fine.
Mhm.
Yes, we have no idea what it's been about. She's had some private moments.
I've somehow blocked these out.
And that,
Yeah.
I don't remember.
and that's fine because
doesn't involve me.
I think I've tried to tell everybody else. I think it's okay for every character to kind of have their own thing going on, and not necessarily info dump everything you fucking know to everybody in the
Are
party.
you saying I'm not the main character of the story?
Gray's the main character of the story.
Guys, I think the real character is just us
the friends we made
us,
along the
us,
way.
yeah, us
Who
getting
are
together
all
every
dead
week,
now.
and the friends we made along the way.
But
Yeah, you and the vampire dickbag.
yeah, so he fed on me, and then I went down. It made me unconscious. I thought I was gonna be a vampire cat.
Kinda.
But yeah, that's a real question though. How did you? Because he's a real deal fucking vampire. How did you not become a fucking vampire?
I passed the Constitution check.
Damn.
I like Larry was looking at me like you fucked up real hard by letting him fucking feed on you.
So,
And
ladies and gentlemen, if that tells you you have a strong constitution, aka
I don't
you're
have-
good with spicy foods, vampires can't fuck
I
with you.
don't have a strong constitution though. I just rolled really well. But what's it called? But I dropped. It dropped me down to 0 HP, and then Domino and Iggy had to carry me back into the city. At which point I rested.
She's gonna scratch her eyes out.
Yeah.
Dominic.
I know. I didn't
Donovan.
like him.
Donovan.
You guys can recap about the dinner because I don't remember too much.
So, no, I got this one pretty much. So, we were invited after meeting with the mayor in the town about what's the next step. How does the city, does the city still have its government? Is everything in order? Is everything going to be okay?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Mhm.
Basically, the mayor, he's weird. And they have to wait for the previous wizard's brother to show up to basically either run the tower or possibly find another wizard to do it instead. Probably going to be the brother's job. But he invites us to dinner, and the group, of course, agrees to go to dinner. We get into our fancy clothes, I think. I think we got in our fancy clothes.
At least you and me did.
Yeah, but it also spiked my memory of what outfit I would have rather have been wearing that entire time, and that was of a matador.
Oh, yeah.
It literally hit me when I sat at the table. I don't know,
Oh.
I just did.
And then there was the cute character development moment of you were playing the music. I danced with him, and you got all jealous.
Fire in my eyes, flame in my eyes, as the elf danced with my beloved tiefling.
No, elves do it better. Sorry.
Yeah, so we went to dinner at their little mansiony house kind of thing. Ithryl snuck around a little bit, didn't find really anything, and we sat for dinner. I didn't trust them because they've been treating my character very oddly. And
Especially the wife.
yeah, the wife's been staring at me like
Yeah,
she
dude.
knows me, but I don't know who she is.
Did you cuck?
No,
The mayor?
no.
Are you sure?
No, I've never seen.
Are you
I've
sure?
never seen these people in my entire life, and they're staring at me. They're freaked out about me. And so like I didn't trust them, so like I acted like I was eating, and I threw all the food under the fucking table into a rag, but it ended up not being poisoned.
Just like,
yeah, it didn't.
Wow, this is so good.
Yeah, it ended up not being poisoned at all.
So you just went hungry the whole time?
Yeah. I ate some beef jerky or something. But then I mean the dinner really didn't account to much except for them giving us a sending stone to stay in contact because he wants us to let the Bindle at least know that
Who
like
kept that, by the way, the sending stone.
Ithryl has it.
Right there.
He has all the fun.
Yeah, but it's like they want us to let the higher ups know like, hey, like they're not entirely intact, like they need help, kind of thing.
Pretty much assess if they're friends or foes, and
they're weird as I mean, they've just been treating my character so fucking weird, so I don't trust them. That's the thing. I just don't trust them. I don't know. And like you said, he said he found a grave in the backyard that has the initials of their kid. But we've been hanging out with their kid. We've met him. He's been in fights with us. Like he's been there.
Has anybody touched him?
Yes.
Yes.
Ithryl touched him with his dagger.
Oh.
Very hard in the back. Very hard in
a
the
couple
back.
times actually.
So how can you kill the dead?
Well, he didn't.
So-
He didn't die. We don't
He
know.
almost did.
Yeah, we don't know. There's a lot of question marks.
Well,
there.
we do know that he is a winged fucking angel thing.
He is something that we don't know what he is. No, we really don't know what he is.
I mean, he's got wings.
Something that Ithryl knows.
Aasimar?
No, Ithryl knows what he is.
I think he's some kind of Aasimar. Yeah.
We don't know. We don't know.
I know.
Ithryl is the only character that knows what he is or has talked to him in some language that none of us speak. Lots of question marks.
Wait, no. If he's speaking Celestial, because the kid can speak Celestial, he didn't know what it was,
Yeah.
and
And Ithryl
I
spoken
understand
it.
that.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I understand
He
Celestial.
locked himself out again. Yeah, I don't understand that language.
I was gonna say because you and me have like.
We speak Infernal,
And then
which
I
is
have-
basically the language of the Nine Hells. Demon language, so to speak.
Sound like hissings.
Devils and very snake tonguey kind of things.
Parcel tongue.
Yeah,
Is that what it's called?
parcel tongue from Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is. But yeah, that's actually after we left. Sorry, after we left the dinner, that is where the episode ends because we see off in the distance 3 shady characters sprinting through town, and one's running right at us, and bam.
Combat. Well, end of the episode, and then combat.
Carlos, what's this?
What's all this?
Is it frozen?
Internet?
Internet. Where'd you get that?
Yeah, the internet.
I don't know. Internet.
We're still alive here.
Oh, okay. Well, that's weird, whatever that is. Yeah, so that was the end of episode 34. Episode 35,
We start in
Okay,
combat.
so that one's lost. Okay.
we start in combat. This is where
That's when
I start to really shine these last 2 episodes as just a mental terror.
Well, I also.
That was the alleyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
alleyway.
Let me
Alley cat strikes.
specify. Well, really, the alley cat strikes because I wild shaped into a saber-toothed tiger and ran
Okay.
that bitch down.
Everybody's saying I really shine. Who got 2 kills?
Me? Yeah. Well,
All right.
I think I went down during that.
Yeah.
No, but let me. But I did exactly what my character class is like perfect for though. It's like just
No, fuck you.
mental warfare. Just mental fucking warfare.
No,
But-
fuck you.
We get charged. Yeah, we get charged, and it's a fucking. It's. We don't know if it's a full-on vampire, but it's like a vampy kid or something. It's fucking. It's the vamp kids from South Park. That's what it is. They just fucking charged us.
They thought we had Clamato.
Yeah, but little did they know that they were fucking with an emo kid and an edgelord. They had no clue.
Your mom gay. No, you.
No, yeah. Basically.
Yeah, you fucking wild shaped ran up, but you started getting kitty gangbanged by 3 of them up in the front.
Yeah, I got fucked. No one was helping me at all.
This
I
guy
was
ran
right there.
Dude, just look. I mean, Ithryl did what he was supposed to do. His character is supposed to walk in, stab someone, walk out. And that's exactly what he did. Unfortunately, when you do that, they don't go to him to attack him. They go to you because they're still looking right.
Yeah,
at you.
I'm just like, getting the shit kicked out of me, like, please guys, help.
And he's like, Ayla's coming. I got this.
And
Stab.
it's like, leaves.
Yeah.
He's like, I got you.
Yeah,
I'm just-
stab,
I'm
Hey, I got you,
stab.
man.
Fancy footwork.
Still-
He's getting really good at the moonwalk. He just moonwalks
he's-
out of there.
The patented
He moonwalks
Yaros
in and then just walks
Disengagi.
normally out.
Yeah, but the thing is, he gets the Disengagi without actually using Disengagi
Yep.
because of his character class.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Pretty badass.
It is pretty. It is, but he doesn't get assassinated or anything like that, or magic.
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
just
everyone
gets-
says Arcane Trickster is the worst fucking rogue subclass to pick, and it might be.
No
but
one, literally no one. Why are you hitting Arcade Trister? No one said anything about Arcade Trister.
I'm not talking about you guys, just the online D&D.
The meta.
The D&D verse.
But so we fight. We get a fight going. Eventually, there's like 3 vampires in the front. Then one's fighting like a guard randomly behind, and eventually we take out like all of them except for the one. And I like I persuade or I use suggestion on his ass twice.
Yeah, dude.
One was where
That was great.
I threw 3 coins in the ground, but I told him to pick up 5 of them.
And he's
So
like,
he picked up all 3. Because like the spell will last for 8 hours. The spell will last for 8 hours.
A charm
But
spell lasts for 8 hours.
This one, if he fails his save, he will. If the task you give him is continuous, he'll go for 8 hours doing it. So, a lot of tasks can be completed in 1 round, 1 turn, 1 minute. I didn't want that to happen, so I thought of something that would make him have to keep looking
That's a
and
crazy
keep
spell.
looking and being like, where if he failed, oh, and he failed, oh, and he failed,
That's an insane spell.
and then he got away, but. We kind of all got up on the roof, and then I used it again and told him to come back, and he turned around, walked up, and got killed.
Yeah, and then I
Yeah, you
Eldritch blasted.
Eldritch
that.
blasted him. Pew-pew. Pew-pew.
Hope in the Technicolor Dream Beam.
Yeah, basically. And that was the end of that fight. Of which then we booked it through town to get to Iggy's sister's house because
And then we slept real hard.
she was super worried about her sister and her brothers being vampire food, basically.
Yeah, and then we were a dick to some drunk kid.
No, some kid was running for his life and we let him in. And then I was a dick to him, I won't lie.
Oh yeah.
I was like, oh, you got bit by one of those things? Ooh, you're done. He was like, huh? What?
Because I had the big thinkings idea of
The big things.
if
Big
vampires
brain move.
can't come in, I said just open the door. Because if he's running, then he'll just bounce back if he can't come in.
But I don't know in this game. I mean, who knows? I don't know. Because what if you grab someone by their arm and pull them in? That's kind of inviting them in.
No one's ever tested it. Yeah, I think that's an invitation too.
It's kind of could be kind of an invitation.
Anyways, he didn't eat
No.
this. We didn't try it. So at that point, that's when
Now, what if you launched a vampire with trebuchet through the door? That's not
300
technically inviting them in.
Say that
I'm-
French word one more time.
Trebuchet.
The fuck is a trebuchet?
It's the superior siege engine.
You mean a catapult?
No,
You mean the bucket launcher?
no, that's.
Giant crossbow on
This
wheels.
is why you're a bard.
Oh my god, you're such a
That's a
fucking-
ballista.
You're a weeb. You're a weeb.
You're the worst
You
nerd
watch-
ever.
Trebuchet?
Oh.
Trebuchet.
Trebuchet?
But
He's talking. I guess we were talking about some kind of bidet.
God.
Ugh.
So at that point, great. We get back to the house, and then I find out that Domino the dickbag put my dog in the fucking closet.
With the birds.
I hate
And
that guy.
With
I
the birds.
almost-
And he tied up the birds.
Yeah, and I almost fought him, but then I was just
Dick
like,
bag domino.
but I was just like, I'm too tired.
He's like, they kidnapped me. They talked to me in weird language. I'm like, you are stupid.
But
You are dumb.
yeah, that's why
And you
you're.
can't protect your wife.
This is why you're an NPC guard, dude. 'Cause
Yeah.
you fucking can't do shit. But
Fucking white run guards from
Yeah.
fucking
Oh,
Skyrim.
he's
What
like
happened?
The guard that gets killed. What's all this?
What's all this then?
What's all this?
Somebody's about.
Someone's prowling around, dude.
Must be the wind. But what's it called? I went half of that fucking episode after the combat. The Gray was asleep. Like you guys did a whole like
Oh yeah,
RP
I was
like.
asleep too. I think they had like.
Yeah, because you guys both had a lot of exhaustion, and we went through town and just we basically tied up loose ends, gathered what we needed, formulated some kind of a plan.
Yeah, because we had a dilemma where we either try to go straight to Centurietti, stay in Aura Road,
And help with the vampire problem.
or
And just every night had to fight vampires. Every
Yeah.
No,
single-
it's like this freaking Aura Road is just like problems.
Yeah, but apparently they didn't have any problems until we got
Yeah,
there.
but then also we either stayed in Aura Road and helped out, which I think all of us were kind of burnt out on that city and don't care if it just fucking burns to the ground at this point.
Again, you mean?
Well,
Again.
except for Iggy,
Yeah, Iggy's invested because of her family, but
we also asked her if she wanted to stay. We could have gone without her.
yeah. Meta.
So that Kayla can get
Yeah.
there, but-
No, but she agreed that wouldn't introduce the next character. Probably.
Yeah, but so basically we decided that Aura Road had enough of our help and we were tired of it, and that we were gonna use the scroll that I found in the mines to teleport.
Told none of us about.
I did.
I don't think.
I told you.
I feel like you were
said
like,
it
oh hey, by
multiple
the way,
times.
guys, if we're going back to Bendel,
Yeah, I
if you guys don't want to travel through the woods and fight vampires
I
the whole
didn't
way,
say it
I've
that
got this
I.
piece of paper.
I didn't say that I had a scroll to go straight back to Bindle, but I heavily hinted at it. I was like, hey guys, if we need to get the fuck out of here, like real quick, y'all just let me know and we'll dip.
Did that have to do with the thing that you said would piss off Larry?
No,
If I
classic-
die?
no,
Classic
this-
Gray being.
This
being-
item was just an item that he found at the bottom.
No, that would
of-
when Hope was dying, I had that scroll, and my plan that would have derailed like fucking 2 sessions worth of shit because it would have pretty much separated the entire party by like a month trip. Was if Hope would have died and we didn't get Orys back to her in time, I was going to use the scroll to transport me, Hope, and whoever was around us back to Bindle, so the 2 gross, like, necrophile brothers would bring her back.
What are their names?
The 2 brothers from
The man. It starts with an M.
basically, remember the homunculi brothers from what's it called? That's what they were.
Anyway, so will you decide to use the scroll to get back?
Remember.
Well, now because I never knew what the plan was.
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
that
Well, yeah, because I didn't
Class.
explain it because I didn't want Hope to die, but also at the same time I was like, fuck.
We
if I
were
separate
very
the,
close to her just being dead.
yeah, if I separate the party by a month trip, what the fuck is the next couple episodes?
And we
gonna
played
be?
tic-tac-toe for weeks.
Yeah. But so we decide to use the scroll to get back, and we get back to Bindle and make our way to Iggy's house, and then we start settling in everything. And we talk. We go. Did all of us go to Captain Tor, or is it just?
We all no. Only about
I think it was us
4
three.
of us.
it was. I went.
Or us?
But
yeah,
we went to
us
the bathhouse. No, Ithryl was there. Yes.
No,
Ithryl
Ithryl,
stay with Iggy.
No, bathhouse.
Ithryl did
is
stay with
Bindle.
Iggy. Yeah. This
Captain
wasn't-
Tor's
is
in
in
Bindle.
Yeah.
I know Ithryl went. No, Ithryl,
No, Ithryl
didn't
stayed
go.
with Iggy.
You're right. He stayed with Iggy.
Um,
We all went because we all went to go to the bathhouse after.
Yeah, so we go to talk to Captain Tor, and in classic Captain Tor fashion, who we've dealt with in previous episodes,
Actually probably one of the only helpful.
yeah,
ever met.
him and Gray have a beautiful symbiotic relationship where we like to fucking hurt each other.
Yep.
Parasite.
Yeah. So I walk into his office with my shield up, And I'm like, hey, dude, we need your help. Tink. Fucking dagger. Hey, dude, like, I really appreciate it if you did tink, dagger. And he's
Wait,
like,
so it
okay.
definitely was daggers.
Please don't
he was pointing
fucking
at
do
you?
this.
No,
Ow.
It was
I thought it
something.
was just like random shit. Like
Something.
daggers.
But we, what's it called? We went to, yeah, we ended up going down to this, super secret area in the guard tower or whatever.
Was that the same room that we ended up in when we had killed someone?
No, we were
it was after
interviewing the bald
sewers.
dick. Yeah, the bald dick from the sewer.
Yeah, that's right before.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
right.
basically like it's a jailhouse cell that like I think like noise doesn't get out of,
Yeah,
and possibly people might not be able to look in on.
yeah,
So it's
So
like it's like
was
a
that
black
the
it's like
same
a it's
room
like a
that we
black
were in?
yeah it's like a blackout room.
Okay.
yeah. But we present him the skull of the vampire that we killed, and tell him that basically spill the whole beans on everything, because at this point he's the only person in Bindle that we really trust,
Or even really know that well.
Yeah, but we.
Oh, okay, so the skull was the one that we killed on the
Yeah.
roof. Okay.
Yeah. I put his skull in the bag because I knew we were gonna need some kind of evidence. To be
Yeah.
like, yo, look at this one.
So we he ends up taking us to or telling us that he'll try to get us audience with the king or with some of the nobles, and then we leave, go to the bathhouse. Gray gets a fucking
Yeah.
arrow in the heart.
Yeah.
I thought I met a beautiful tabaxi lady. It turns out it was just a human using polymorph.
Get played.
I got the royal treatment that I was owed.
Kitty did not get laid.
I
And then-
didn't get laid, but I got taken care of, which is exactly what I needed after just months of just shit.
But I think that was the end of that episode.
Right?
I did on the way home after we did do the bathhouse. We also have voucher. We did collect vouchers to be able to shop in the very, to go to like the very
Military district.
district to like buy weapons or buy items or whatever. So we do have that. Then I picked up some nice ingredients and I made a nice fantasy of bolognese back at Iggy's
A
house.
fantasy bolognese.
And I mean, I don't know what the meat was. I just said it's got to be some kind of beef of sorts.
Beef.
I don't know.
Beef
I don't know if they have regular cows in Bindle. Maybe they got like.
Should they do?
Maybe they get like I don't know.
They've
Like
got ramen.
psychic cows. I don't know, but you know, made up a nice little bolognese for everybody. We had a nice dinner at Iggy's.
Dinner at Iggy's.
That's because I am the best at performance.
And as far as that goes, I think that was the end of the episode, right?
The food was okay, but it looked amazing.
No, I rolled for it.
Yeah, your performance was amazing.
No, performance being in how well did I prepare the food in the kitchen. He's like,
Yeah, it looked
He
great.
made the shit out of that bolognese.
But
The act of cooking it looked amazing.
Yes.
I
There was a
guys,
flair like
We're talking about
like
we're talking
salt
about
bay, like salt
we're talking
bay,
about
like
I bought fresh Bendelian handmade noodles for this pasta. Okay.
Oh, you want
no, Bindle's
You
so
would've-
fucking.
You wouldn't want anything less than Vendelian handmade
so
noodles.
famous for their pasta.
Their pasta. Their
pasta.
handmade pasta.
Anyone want some pasta and meatballs?
I only bought my ingredients, my tomatoes and onions from a real tough Italian dwarf.
Who only said gabagool? That's the only word.
Since when are dwarves Italian now?
I mean,
That's the only word.
I don't know.
That's the only word this.
I'd say if anything, halflings are Italian.
Halflings are the Italians.
If we're going by stereotypes
Hey,
here.
I'm gonna buy these plum tomatoes, not those regular little shitty ones over there. Hey.
Never
Or
mind.
actually, maybe tieflings.
No. We're fucking half
What are they,
demons,
French?
baby. We're half demon. My character happens to have a French accent. Do you have a problem with that?
No, I'm just asking if all tieflings
Okay, let's clarify real quick.
I'm not good at
We're
a
going
French
off
accent.
on the rails because this is we're about to explain the one shot and then go into just us bullshitting. For a
Yeah.
minute. But you have
A bad French accent?
no. It's not even French.
I
It's
know.
like a mixture between French Russian.
You're right.
Like,
You're so right.
Some sort of Central European.
I know.
Like, you have every European accent melded into one.
I
Which
know.
is great. I love it. You've perfected having such
Just
a weird bastardized fucking accent. I love it now.
Because it's not of this world.
But if you,
Of that world.
But if you go back to like episode 2 and then go to episode 5 and then episode 10,
You just see the changes.
I swear to God, every episode in the first like 15 episodes every accent is completely fucking different.
I am not.
Which is great. It like builds on Gabriel's character and I fucking love it. But it's funny as shit.
One of these times, Hope is gonna be like, "What's with that freaking accent?"
Where are you-
just
Okay,
Where are you
like,
from?
okay, seriously, what's going on?
I've
Are you fucking with me right
I've
now?
explained he's from Boudet. It's a very, very fancy, very exciting place.
You have a French accent. You don't know what the superior siege weapon is. You don't know what a trebuchet
I
is.
feel like they're just talking about a slingshot with a chicken.
No.
America's finest.
Yeah,
Mason.
I am.
Mason.
That's me. But no, I do say
Mason.
I mean trying to continuously do a accent for this character
It's tough.
in this
40
show
seconds.
for our little game in our show. You realize like it's really hard to actually do, and I give professional voice actors very much credit because you have to learn like all the different intricacies of different languages, like especially with like French. Like I'm sure there's things that I'm not doing. There's like ways they pronounce certain vowels and whatnot, and put it.
You know what the difference?
Pronunciation on
You know what the
everything.
difference between you and a professional voice actor is?
They've taken a lot of lessons and read a lot of books.
They get paid.
They probably did some research on doing a French accent before just being like, I'm gonna do a French accent and try to figure it out as I go.
Well,
I've never watched a movie in French or never.
My inspiration was Steve Martin, Pink Panther.
Oh, Clouseau.
What the fuck?
Inspector Clouseau.
God, that makes so much sense now.
It is lovely.
Fouquet.
It is lovely weather we are having. I
Pierre
hope.
Fouquet, the kiss is closed. You
Now-
are the west for the murder of Pierre Fouquet.
Yeah, that's where I got my inspiration. Steve Martin's actually a really big hero of mine.
I love Steve Martin. He's
A
great
personal
guy.
hero.
He's a killer banjo player.
Yeah, bluegrass baby. But to get into our final episode of the night, episode 36,
The one shot. The Black Tower.
the Black Tower.
I'd say it's like a half one shot because it's still in universe and it's not,
Yeah.
Yeah,
still
it
our
took
own
place in the
characters.
story. It was just something that we stumbled upon.
Yeah, and to
Well,
kind
Because-
it's a one-off
because-
because it doesn't build
but
towards what
It
we're
was,
doing.
but it was very much in the beginning. Because I didn't realize that that's how he was trying to tie it in. Because it was like these guys, they're stealing something, and I was like, I don't give a fuck. I was like, what?
How did you not realize
I
that?
just did it. I don't know. It took a minute to cross.
And he's like, no, we're not doing this. We're not doing
It
this.
took a minute for one brain cell to hit the other one. All right?
So to give it some sort of
I'm pretty sure I looked over at you. I'm like, what the fuck is going on, dude?
so
I was like, fuck these guys.
So to give the one shot, the pseudo one shot, like some context, Larry, our DM, basically gave us the option to do an episode in the arena.
Every year he likes to throw like a little like in universe one shot for his campaigns that he runs a couple different campaigns. He'll give you either the choice of doing and like a sort of like a arena tournament sort of thing.
Where
Or-
if everybody survives the arena, every character levels up, which would have been cool, except for we've got
No, I think if one person survives, everyone will.
No,
No,
it
it
was
was all-
everyone
Because
has
they
to
had to.
survive.
or nobody levels up.
Yeah,
and
and
our
our
items.
our lack of tank. Even though thinking about it now, we would have been fine because we have two guys with polymorph in the group. We didn't think we'd survive an arena fight.
We didn't think all of us would survive the
Yeah.
arena fight. But
So we picked the tower.
so we picked the tower, and the tower's stipulation was
It's a giant dungeon crawl.
yeah, it's a dungeon crawl, and we get 3 hours in real time, not in game time. Well, also in game time, but 3 hours to make it through as many levels of this tower as we can, which Larry honestly did a great job of
creating,
and I wish we had more
time.
Yeah.
Because I would. It was very along the lines of like the Tomb of Annihilation, where like there were traps, there were puzzles. We spent way too much time in that first fucking episode, or that first room where we had to put the coins in.
Well, you jumped on it. Oh, that was the third. That was the second room.
No, that was the entrance room.
The first room. You fucking jumped on a necrotic beam. Then I skippity dodge.
Saying
Well,
the
like the
entrance.
was the coin.
Yeah, you had to put the coins in the gargoyle.
The guy that
yeah,
led us there.
yeah. We did see someone get.
Oh yeah, fuck.
We witnessed a guy get incinerated.
Well, because there's a premise to this.
Yeah. So, anyways, let's start at the premise.
We're gonna get better at this show one of these days.
One day we'll take notes.
One day
we'll know what we're talking about.
One day we'll script what we're going to talk about, but not like fully script, but we'll have bullet points, and it'll be in like a...
Nah, we'll just...
There'll be a
whiteboard
whiteboard in the
there.
background,
Yeah,
and
We'll just remember it. No, it's fine.
This is why Sorry Future Self is going to be the #1 podcast in America.
When is that going to happen, huh?
Soon.
Exactly.
But, what's it called? So, we make it back to Bindle. At the end of that episode, we all wake up and we're walking back to
through the
Iggy's.
thoroughfare, basically.
We're walking back to Iggy's house, and we
From where?
We kind of just you just put us there.
Yeah,
we
you
were
just
walking. We were basically kind of in the shopping district, but towards like the more poor side of town. The what was that side of town called?
Inconsistencies, Larry.
It was called.
It was called
Deep End. The Deep End district.
The
Yeah.
Depp End.
The Deep End district.
There's
Which
no
is
N in it. It's just deepened.
It's
Deep
the
End.
Depp The Depp End district.
The Deep End district, which is more of the.
Deep End district.
It's more. We were kind of like in the shopping district of like the poor area of town.
It was a hood. We're in a hood.
Yeah.
But
you never know when you're gonna find.
Yeah. So we're almost back
food.
to we're heading back to Iggy's house, and we hear no stop thief, and then we see two.
Oh gosh!
No
guards, get him!
We see two dudes
No guards.
Somebody's back
Yeah.
in.
And I asked for that too. I was like, do we see guards? Like, there are no guards in this side of town. We're like, no.
which should have been the obvious cue that this was the beginning of the one shot.
I didn't put 1 and 5 together.
But
Maybe you weren't expecting it.
You mean
to be
1 and
so
1 and a
sudden,
half?
right?
Yeah.
So
But
abrupt.
so
Yeah.
Gabriel's like, fuck this, I'm not going. And then me and Iggy are like, all right, we're dipping, we're going past it, we're
Just
going
like-
for these dudes.
Yeah. I was like, fuck it. He stole some fucking apples. Let him fucking steal some apples.
We run to find them,
It's like
and-
Jean Valjean.
and there's a house that we could not see through the window.
Oh my god, she's so extra.
Yeah,
Daisy.
we couldn't see through the window, and basically, like, I was having, like I said, major Tomb of Annihilation vibes, so I was like, I'm not sticking my fucking head through there, because I'm not trying to pull it out and not have head anymore.
Yeah. They
And
basically.
then I think Iggy just was like, I'm
Yeah.
going there.
Yeah, and he just jumps in.
They basically casted darkness.
No, I think
in the
I
room.
jumped in.
Well, they casted darkness.
Iggy was
Oh,
first.
in the room. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
it was,
sorry.
they casted darkness in the
Sorry,
room.
I'm lost.
It was magical darkness, but they went downstairs.
They went downstairs.
And they put up a stone wall.
They put up a stone wall, and I was like, ha! And I just meld to stone through the wall into where they're hiding.
Hey,
And I
guys.
was like, hey guys. And what's it called? I forget. Yeah, I think. Oh yeah, I opened the door real quick, and right as I opened the door, the like half elf, the other two guys that we were chasing after were like
Stooges.
beggars. Yeah, beggars. And then the one guy was like all adorned with all these trinkets and a big hat and shit. And he opens up this box, and it's a gem that has a wish spell in it. And he says wish spell, and he's like, I want you to take us to where the best treasure is, or
The
something.
world's
like that.
greatest treasure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Happens to be a Death Tower.
everyone
So
in the
phrasing
fucking
there was his
yeah,
unknown.
phrasing.
Yeah.
But everybody in the house gets transported to this tower, and I punch this dude, and we're just like, he's like, I just want to get it. I'm the world's best treasure hunter.
He
And
was
I'm like,
Jabon Jean.
yeah,
Whatever.
and
Like, that's
I'm
him.
just, I'm just like, you are the world's best treasure hunter, the world's worst treasure getter. Fucking, I went in on this dude.
Yeah, you're like,
and I was
you're
just,
like, why do you just wish for the treasure?
Yeah, why didn't you just wish for the treasure? Why'd you wish to go to the treasure? And
He was
he's
like,
And Larry's expression there was just like, you know,
I did not think this. Also,
Larry,
why?
or
Also,
character, I'm not sure.
my only question. I mean, I didn't bring this up in game, but like, dude, what about the one everyone's wish of all wishes? I wish for more wishes. You don't. That's what you lead in with. You need more than.
And
one
then it's like,
wish.
well,
Yeah.
had to try it. I guess.
At least I
Had
tried.
to try it.
At least I tried.
But so what's it called? We at that point we were just giving this guy so much shit. He got pissed. He's like, I'm the world's best treasure hunter, and goes to push open this door that had 2 gargoyles on either side.
Incineration beam.
Immediately. Dust.
pile of ash.
And then the 2 guys, Mitch
And then I think you
Jeff.
tried to like revive him or
Or
something.
no, you went to
No,
you
I
did
wanted
a
to
medicine check and you were
I was
like,
like,
yep, that's dust.
Oh,
He's like, that
He's
is
dead.
dust. He's dust.
Yeah, just making sure here.
So we get stuck with the 2 goons.
Hey, the goons actually survived.
We always get stuck with the baggage.
Meat shield.
honestly.
It's always 2 of them too. Always.
But
Dumb and Dumber.
so we enter the tower, and I put air quotes on that big tower. We enter the tower, and immediately,
Enter the magic office building.
yeah,
The magic
yeah,
office
we went into Office Depot, and literally we're greeted with the only way forward is death or something like that. There was like some kind of like warning.
Yeah, something really like cryptic and.
And then the very first step that Gray takes is
Yeah.
like some kind of magical spell that just zaps him. And we're like, okay, the floor is lava. The floor is lava. And like,
Don't
it's,
step on the cracks or break your mama's back.
yeah, we're literally like, I take 5 feet, I investigate. I take 5 feet, I investigate. I take
So
5
it's pretty
feet.
much like we're like checker
Yeah.
board.
And then I thought, and then you guys went one way and me and Gray went another way. And I think you guys were mostly okay. But I get off of the regular floor.
I got it.
I got off the regular floor and got up to the next level, up the stairs. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, we're good. Boom! Set off a fireball spell. Step on the wrong plate, set off a fireball.
Yeah, I think I said something like, oh, we'll be okay once we reach the stairs. Somebody said that. I was just like, who's saying that the stairs aren't freaking trapped?
Yeah.
Which they warned is just the steps right after the stairs were trapped.
With a giant fireball.
Oh yeah, so you caught that, but it was good that you caught it because he rolled a lot of dice.
Pretty
for
much
that
we
damage.
spend like hour and a half in the first
We
in
did.
the
We
first
did.
level.
We did. We spent an hour and a half. We fought some skeletons.
Oh,
Because-
and you brought
some
skeletons to life.
Oh yeah, I
Because
brought,
mimics.
for the first hour, we had no idea there was 3 doors that we could have seen from the get-go.
yeah, that was kind
But
of.
that still wouldn't have actually cleared the whole thing.
No,
we
it
missed.
wouldn't
No,
have.
we missed more shit in that room.
No, but as far as we knew, there was only 2 doors, like at the edges.
Yes.
Besides the 3 main doors
Yeah.
right in the
But
middle.
that would we literally would have been playing Minesweeper for fucking hours
It
trying to
kind
get
of,
through
it
there.
was kind of my fault too, because
I assume usually, yeah.
the clue for that room was
Death?
Death is the key, and so I was like, oh fuck it, I gotta go look at the skeleton. I see a skeleton.
Wait,
with-
did he have you do at least a sleight of hand check to try to get the key away?
Yeah, so listen.
He felt it.
Yeah, so
Ithryl, get over here.
I see one of the
19.
skeletons, his like rib was like shaped. One of his ribs was in the shape of a key, and when I went
Oh,
to
is that
like
what it was?
go touch it, all the skeletons came to life. I was like, oh shit! I tried fighting the skeletons, and then I got surrounded by 2 or 3 of them, and I was like, hey, I'm gonna be a magic guy. And I went to go
Do
grab.
something real cool here.
Yeah, I went to go sleight of hand grab the fucking key off of this skeledude's rib, and then I was like, I'm gonna cast Thunderwave at a 3rd level and fucking blow these skeletons all over the room. Missed the sleight of hand check, so I just blew the fucking key out in the middle of nowhere, and I spent the rest of the fucking time you guys were dicking around in the dungeon trying to find the key.
It's like me when I lose my glasses, and I'm like, oh god, oh god, where?
Like
Where is
Velma.
There was a little bit of. So yeah, then we entered the other rooms where you guys ran into a mimic. I saw two things that looked like they were empty and they didn't.
Well,
go
we ran
anywhere.
into the mimic first, which is the identical rooms where you guys were in. So you guys thought there was.
No, I mean to be fair,
To be fair,
I opened up the chest with my mage hand and felt around in it. If there was a mimic, if it was a mimic, it would have bitten the mage hand. The mage hand it can push things. It has feel to it.
Okay.
But there was a little bit of an issue where at the end of it we discussed it. I was like, he goes, "Oh no, there was something in that chest." I was like, "Well, I told you the mage hand." I was just like the mage hand slapped around inside the chest. Nothing fell over.
Maybe it was a lack of.
And he was just like, it was just a misunderstanding of what I tried to convey.
Yeah, I think so.
Of what I wanted to do, and that was I wanted it to feel around in the chest, and if there was something in there, and it was standing up, it would have knocked it over and made a noise. But it just got a little misconstrued between like me and Larry. It's fine.
What if
What
if it was like a bowl of soup that if you would have knocked it over, it would just ruin
well, anyways.
the
The chest didn't bite my hand, so I was like, oh, I was just like, oh, this room's empty. I was like, it's time to leave. Like, this room's empty, time to go. And then I go out, and he's fucking like, I'm like, which way did you walk? Because that was another thing. It was like, tell me which steps you took so I don't get fucking zapped.
yeah, but so we make it out of that room, and we go to, in that room, I found a ball sack. I found which ended up being really cool.
A fleshy sack.
It was a
liquid.
fleshy sack full of liquid, which ended up being a Tarask acid sack, which is fucking dope. And then
Wait,
what
so
did it?
didn't we end up going into those 3 rooms downstairs?
We only went into one.
No, we went into all
did.
3 to touch the globe.
No, she's
no.
talking about before that, where the
No, we only went
the
into
mimics. We went into the mimic room.
Yeah.
And then
No,
we
but
went
the
into
downs-
the next mimic room as well.
Yeah, but the down. Oh yeah, and we found Decia.
In a chest for no reason at all.
But no, we
I
only
hate her.
We don't know what she's into.
I hate her.
we only went into the one.
Hate her.
One of the 3 like treasure rooms in that room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I got a Tarask boy.
I got a bottle of the best. It's like the biggest potion it's an in-game potion basically.
Ithryl.
The water.
Spring
Ithryl, just spring of Ithryl.
Ring
yeah.
of Ithryl.
Yeah.
Ithryl.
It will basically. It'll bring me back anytime.
Yeah.
Or anybody else who might go down where they're literally at 0 and like pump them all the way back at the top.
Don't ever use that until you have like
Until I absolutely have
more
to.
than 100 HP, really.
Yeah, until I absolutely have to. No, the thing was, what was your sack of acid? Did it give you 3 uses?
Yeah. But it's
How the fuck do you activate it? You just take a big sack and throw it at somebody?
Pretty much.
squirt it.
Oh, is it like one of those little?
It's
You
like
ever
a-
seen those little leather water flasks?
Yeah. So
yeah.
literally, it's
Yeah.
I coom at people.
So then we enter level 2 of the duplex.
It's just a house. It's just an apartment, actually.
It was God.
We're at this point. We're actually at like hour 2 or 2 and 10 minutes of the session.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were not fast about it at all.
What,
we were
what
just
was,
like.
What was the second level?
So actually looking back on it, thinking about it now, we were way too careful. We were way too careful.
Yeah, but that's what a dungeon is like.
We were super careful.
That's what a dungeon is
and
like.
it took a lot of time.
Yeah, for us playing D&D for so long, we rarely do dungeons. Like, it's very rare that we like I swear to God, like I really wanted like run the 5th edition version of Tomb of Annihilation with our party and watch how fast we all die. Because that would be fun as fuck. But
as long as we get backup characters.
Well, no, I mean, God, I would like. I want to DM.
Oh yeah, level 2 was the like the altar place.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It was an
With the-
it was an elemental
It was
altar.
a fire elemental, yeah.
Pretty much, there's 6 statues, 3 on each side.
There were
With,
3 different kinds.
3 different
2 of
kinds with a
each.
matching pair on the other side.
A salamander, an angel, and a skeleton of death.
Yeah, and around the altar there were 3 podiums that everyone had or 3 different people had to stand on to get these orbs to come
Pressure
out.
activated.
Yeah.
But if you stood on it, you had to take the risk of taking
Fire damage.
Luckily,
On your little feetsies.
We have 2 tieflings.
2 of us are resistant to fire.
But we had to.
And then the squishy human gets put on the other
Yeah.
pillar.
Well, she volunteered.
She actually did.
because they're
She actually was never in danger of dying in this
Yeah.
entire fight. For
Yeah.
one time,
Yeah.
she was good to go.
But yeah,
She
what's
looked
it called? We long story short, once we step out of the circle that we were in, it summons a fire elemental, and that doesn't die. And they had to stand on the podiums while we ran around, fucking Gray using feline agility like 6 times in one like combat session.
And then I came right back in with just my mental terrorism. And I drew up, it was the first play of the fight, I drew up a major image which sounds, smells, and looks like a real thing. Just made it look like a tidal wave coming right at the fire elemental. He failed
Terrifying.
every check against this
his
thing.
worst
He was like,
nightmare.
Oh yeah, and then
my whole goal
It's like
though,
having your dog.
literally,
Trying to
my
get
whole
washed.
goal was to drive him into a corner and keep him there.
except
And
for you.
Ithryl kept fucking getting in the way.
But also,
Because he was on his own mission.
Yeah.
also,
There's
fucking
magic items here.
Gabriel was over here making make believe and shit.
Making it work.
And then Gray is like, okay, here's my 4th level spell. Water. And I encapsulated the fucking
Killed it.
elemental
Killed
in
it.
water. And yeah, and it kept bringing it back down to 0 and then back up to 1 and back down to 0.
Immediately back up.
But yeah, I don't think this is the way the spell works, but Larry thought it was creative and a good idea, so he let I rolled like
Excuse me.
6 d10s to do damage
Oh,
on that.
yeah.
I think I rolled like
Pretty good.
it was more than 6 d10s. It was because I
It
remember
was an asinine
It was
amount of
a
I
damage.
rolled like 78
And an
damage.
asinine amount
Maybe
of
10
damage.
d10.
It might have been 10, but I rolled like 78 damage, and it brought it down, and then brought it back up, and then down, and then up. But yeah, for the rest of that encounter, it was all of us running around trying to put these balls in holes.
And then the balls were corresponding colors with the statues.
Yeah.
So the white ones were the angels. You had to put them in the
Black
angel
were the
ones.
skeleton, death.
And
then
then
the red were the
And
salamanders.
then how did we figure out that we had to do that 3 times?
Well, it
Well,
kept reappearing.
We noticed that there was runes that.
Oh yeah, there were
3 sets
circles.
of runes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much every time we completed a set, like one of the runes would disappear. So first one disappeared, second one disappeared,
Fire elemental appeared.
fire elemental appears, and then the third one disappears. Fire elemental dies, and he dropped like this goblet of fucking fire.
No, so basically, Ithryl
He
got
got
2 magic items.
a goblet.
He got a goblet that was it once a week. It'll
It'll
summon.
instantly.
It'll summon
yeah.
a fire elemental as basically your pet. Like,
Yeah.
He'll protect you, fight for you, all that shit.
Yeah.
No, that was I think once a day it'll do that, and then he got the
Resurrection
the
stone.
resurrection stone that once a week.
That apparently
If
you
it-
have to be
You have to be
in tune with
to
it. You have to be in
in order
tune with
for it
it.
to work
Yeah,
for you. You can't use it
But
on other
that
people.
that effect is so fucking good though. We need to give it to Iggy because literally it's once a week. If your character goes down to 0 HP, it'll automatically bring you back up.
Yep.
Like
it's a freebie revivify.
yeah.
Well, you can still not come back up though. Like there's still a chance that you won't be revived.
He didn't say
He
that
didn't say
during
that.
the
That's
thing.
how the spell works. He's explained that that's how the resurrection spells work.
Well, no, but he didn't say that though.
Iggy's also on death number like 6.
Yeah.
Gray's only done
But
it like 4 times.
We finished the level and we have like 3 minutes left. So we
Fuck
decided
yeah.
like
all
No,
listening.
I guess we're out. We summon the portal back home, and then we make our way.
It was the portal came up once we finished it, and it was like
You could go on to the next level.
it was like eject or
eject.
third
Yeah,
level.
exit.
Yo, there
but
was
you have 3 minutes left.
There was a bone in my body that knew that Larry was like, oh yeah, third level. It's probably just
A hoard of treasure.
a hoard of treasure, and you guys can leave whenever you want.
So mad about that.
Was
We
that
erred on the side
was
of
that
caution.
did he
But
say
we
that?
did.
No, but I felt like it,
Oh.
the
'Cause
look
he
on his
would do
face.
that.
Yeah.
We were literally just fucking nervous Nelly walking around that whole place like
Well, like
the
the
fucking
characters
scared.
would probably be scared.
Yeah, we didn't know where the fuck we were.
So,
Like it was. We played. I mean, it was just. There was no way we were about to be like, okay, Temples of the Lost Tomb on Nickelodeon, and being like, and just start running like the golden monkeys through that motherfucker, like trying to piece together Legends of the Hidden Temple. Yeah, a great show.
Hidden monkey.
A
I
great
thought
show.
you were
The
talking
monkeys
about
are
Temple
monkey.
Run for a second.
The Temple Run is basically based on Legends of the Hidden.
What evidence do you have to support that?
Anyway.
I know a CEO.
That was the
Nickelodeon.
last 6 episodes of the show. You can find them again on our YouTube channel if you're interested in watching 20,
Roughly something like
24,
hours.
23 hours.
Some odd hours with
footage.
some with a
Actually,
a very strange
20 hours because of the missing episode. So you're
Yeah.
welcome.
and this one part where basically a robotic demon takes over all of our voices and it just sounds really weird.
So
for
that's
Yeah.
fun.
about 3.5 hours.
Is that the one we lost? Maybe.
That is the one we lost.
No, that's the vampire fight in the alleyway. Because it was my shining moment of tricking this vampire, and it got ruined by bad audio. But that's why we're still figuring things out. We're just a bunch of friends who are doing this for fun / a little hobby,
Yeah.
and
I think that's what
we're learning along the way.
Hobbies are supposed to be fun, or
Yeah.
else it would be a job.
That's a good point. And but I mean, we're learning a lot about like little things, production, audio, video, like a lot of stuff, which I think are like.
I love my job, but I hate my hobby.
Yeah.
Why do you do your hobby? Because it gets me through the day.
Like, I do photography for work and it's easy and I really like it. But when I do photography for fun, it's really frustrating and I fucking hate myself. Like, but do you guys want to? I don't know. Is that
Yeah.
That
Anything
can be,
else you guys want to
Yeah.
add?
I mean,
You
so
can
I guess like a precursor or a postcursor, not a precursor, a postcursor.
Postscript.
Postscript.
PS.
Yeah, PS.
Can't even speak French, dude.
I
Can't
know,
even speak
I
French.
know. I also like barely passed high school Spanish, so I've always been a numbers guy.
Barely passed high school in general, really.
I know I fucking aced high school.
I didn't
died in
pass
college.
high school.
I
That's
died
why
in-
I'm a photographer.
I died.
Hell yeah.
My bane was alcohol in college. Those things just
same.
they don't mix well.
This dude fucking what was it? Van the American Pie, Van Boy, Van Dude.
Van Wilder?
Van Wilder. Fucking 10 years in college, this man.
Yeah, except I had to get a job like 2 years
Oh
in.
my god, yes, we know. It's fine.
No.
Hey.
I'm saying Van Wilder was on Dad's trust fund the whole
Yeah.
time.
Oh, the
And then
dream.
I'm sorry I don't know the canonical history of the Van Wilder.
That is the very first movie that what's his
Anyways.
face ever.
That is the episode for today. Thank you guys for watching.
Anyway.
No,
Yeah,
I thought we
well,
were
we're
talking a
getting-
little about where we're going.
You want it?
Well, you guys are going off on a heavy tangent.
I mean, you want to like raid a channel or some shit? Fucking look around.
With our whole one viewer.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, that's me.
No, I think we'll call it for the night, and
Okay.
we'll see you guys on Sunday at 6:30 sharp, as always.
Yes.
And
Well, now that we have other keys.
huh?
Now that we have other keys.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to even though we're not
Blue Raven
streaming-
Studios.
Yeah,
Yeah.
even though we're not streaming from Blue Raven Studios.
If you need anything, just go to BlueRavenStudios.com.
Yeah, we do
Anything.
we do mostly 360 virtual tours for yachts, jets, businesses, colleges. We also do a lot of work for Google listings, Google My Business listings. If you guys need any short videos, kind of showing the story of businesses or any sort of listing on Google, we do a lot of that work. So definitely check us out, blueravenstudios.com. And if you want to see my smiley pretty face, if you book a shoot with us, I'll come out and do it.
Lost so many potential customers there.
I know. I'm sorry.
You can request not to have him.
Yeah, there's.
He'll also tag your wall for free.
No, I won't. I will not. You gotta pay for that. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. The people that tuned in. Thank you for anybody that's watching us on YouTube after the fact. We really appreciate it. Again, like Mason said, a very group of friends. We do this out of just the fact that we want to play D&D and we like to do it. And
definitely keeps us consistent. That's one of the best things that's come out of it.
Yeah, we all, and anybody that has seen at least a couple of our episodes or has been following us through the whole thing, love you, Granny. We are consistent with it. None of us don't show up to a session unless we have a real fucking reason not to. Hopefully I didn't get to do what I thought I was going to do because of personal circumstances for another Call of Cthulhu stream, but I really think that we will be kind of branching out into different content soon.
Hopefully soon, yeah. This year we got a couple plans to expand on the channel this year. Not only more one shots obviously, but hopefully
games,
more content. Yeah. Different content, probably a little bit away from D&D just to reach a different kind of audience as well.
Yeah, just more time live to reach more people in a different way.
And we all have different interests. I'm a big video game player. Not everybody else in the group is, but we all do different things. So it'll be cool to see.
All about you.
See what we come out to.
Going to school to make video games or anything.
Well, I mean, goddamn, dude, let's play some fucking video games in,
Last time we tried to play video games, I ran around with a marshmallow with my hands up in the air.
Oh my god!
And couldn't climb up things.
That was my birthday when we played.
Till 5 in the morning.
Okay, that's one thing. I will make the promise right now
with
that
me sleeping in the background.
Yeah,
I will make the promise right now that in the next, let's say realistically, 2 months, we get together, a couple of us, and we do a Human Fall Flat stream because it is fun as shit to play and it would be really fun to watch.
And it's frustrating when you're running around and then Ryan grabs the controller
and does it in 2 seconds.
Let me just freaking show you.
You guys want a pro to really do this for you?
Oh wait, and he's like, oh yeah, you didn't see this wall over here? Smash through the wall. Also, but dead serious, I can't wait to beat every one of your asses in Mario Party because I take Mario Party very serious.
Mario Party stream would be
so
good
we're
too.
avoiding that
and
that
you're
game.
all gonna look like bitches when I destroy you in Buffy the Vampire Slayer. The video game.
If
that's a video, they made a video game for that.
And it's fucking
that sounds
great.
cool.
2006 video game.
Was that on PlayStation 1?
2005.
2005.
So
is that PS?
Do we have a
Xbox.
Xbox original.
Yes.
Do we have a way for anybody to give us any sort of suggestion or anything like that?
We have an email.
We have a Twitter.
We have a Twitter. You can always tweet at us.
Yeah.
Bully us.
What's our handle?
Alright, it's Magic_Modifiers.
Ryan's phone number is 561.
It's not. That's
772.
Not even the correct area code. But anyways, if you want to add us,
it's at Magic_Modifiers.
Yeah, if you guys want to add us and kind of suggest anything for us to play, or anything that you'd be interested in us doing besides D&D, go for it. Fuck it. Let us know. We'll do some dumb shit. It should be fun. This will be a cool year. We kind of have the experience under our belts.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Just
all right. Have a good night, guys, and enjoy Critical Role.
Love you, Granny.
They're on. Peace.